Well, it's finally happening after decades of what if, and nobody thinking such a thing is even possible. The two polar opposites of Tamil cinema, Kollywood, of course, used to be the topmost industry in the south. Recently, have been overtaken by literally every other industry, even smaller ones like Kannada film industry with 1,000 crore hits. Maybe it's about time that the old timers are the one who bring Kollywood back to its glory. So the ever hardworking Rajini and Kamal, both of whom expanded the Kollywood cinema to reach not only in Hindi, North India, because they made hits there. Kamal Hassan with Ekto JKLA and Rajinikanth with Anda Kanun and so on, but also to other parts of the world as well, especially Rajini with his fans in Japan and whatnot. So when people are starting to count them out, I mean, like that started even about 20 years back with the arrival of Ajit and Vijay, who seem to be over time more and more content with playing to the gallery, doing fan service, and not really putting themselves out of the comfort zone to create hits like what happened in Telugu's Bahubali or KGF of Kannada film industry. So why did this magical thing happen? Well, why is because you can see the pattern from the very beginning. The way Rajini and Kamal interacted with each other, especially Rajini's lack of ego because of the spirituality dimension in him, compared to how it is with many other even small time heroes that are around. So that is a very strong, how to say, factor. And so even in the early days, it was, if I am correct, Kamal is the one who initiated the idea of them working separately to get more returns on their work, right? Otherwise, they would just package them together, the producer, and then make money. So they planned it like that way. And now after many years, due to various factors, maybe they are coming at the end of their career, and also the fact that I can't deny the financial aspect as well, because Kamal recently has been having some poor turn of luck. It's very surprising because people, Kamal was a person who was so meticulous when it comes to making movies. We saw years ago, was it 1993, Abur was Girl, and even the so-called commercial film, which is so meticulously crafted. And many of the technicians, heroes, and directors seem to have really run out of steam. Seems to be very exhausted. Starting to, whenever they say part two, we are scared because you think that they run out of ideas and they're trying to milk whatever left. And even in the part two, they try to break it into two components: Indian 2 and Indian 3. Shankar Kamal, such a combination failing, and double hit whereby Maniratnam and Kamal also. How could they do such a script? I mean, or at least if they have prepared the audience by saying that it's like a small experiment, and this kind of thing, and people would have forgiven them. But hyping it up and making it look like a classic blockbuster and failing so hard, so it was really heartbreaking for many Kollywood fans. However, life, especially cinema, always has its ups and downs, and so but the fact that this finally happened is something that's very cheerful for the Kollywood industry, especially in 2025, when there's been lots of so-called negative news regarding or surrounding the industry, with people trying to use their movies as a political agenda tool, and then obviously the powers that be come and start scrutinizing it, and so many of Kollywood releases are sort of stuck in a limbo, and everybody was thinking that no news is going to come out until elections are over. But as usual, our innovators Kamal and Rajini decide to make an announcement at this point in time, right, taking some heat away from the politics. And wow, right, of course, forget about the earlier attempts by people like K.S. Ravi Kumar, maybe even Maniratnam at one point, and numerous other big directors to bring them together. The latest being Lokesh Kanagaraj, whom fans are starting to dub as Kokesh Cameo Raj, I think, because they claim that he builds up hype, doesn't fulfill it, and then keeps telling people that whatever that's not good is a fake flashback or whatever it is. So that is kind of I think Lokesh was a bit too, he should have paced himself more, not rush into things and all that. I can't blame him. Anybody where victory comes to you non-stop is gonna be facing some what do you call it, challenges, right? So he did what he did. But after the bungle that was Coolie, where Rajini and Anirudh sort of saved the day, with the screenplay being so, how to say, so weak, right? Anirudh claimed it's intelligent, but it was very weak. It's a try hard kind of a thing, and a premise of what crops being burned faster electrically. I mean, come on, people in the US, all the incubators, all the startups are trying to create all kind of cool things to sort of go to the next level of technology. And if all the things in the world Lokesh could come up with was faster cremation, like that, faster or more efficient or cheaper or whatever cremation. I mean, like, is that what bringing the country to the next level is about? It's like, like somebody randomly, or you ask a kindergarten kid or somebody, like, casually might come up with a story like that. So after what Lokesh did with Kohli, I think it's difficult. Although many told me that he'll be a professional, he was at heart a Kamal fan. So I don't know. He, maybe his luck. I don't know. He put in all the ingredients to make a biryani. He even brought Nagarjuna, brought in Satyaraj and all. But everybody, money, everything was given to him, and yet he just fell flat. So Lokesh seems to be very very convincing. He can get those stars together, but he can't cook a good biryani. So that's unfortunate. He was given 2 years. Lord, a lot of the 80s directors jaws will drop because they had old technology last time, no digital, and they finished super duper good films in 90 days and whatnot. They had to work very hard. So now the technology is causing people to be too casual. You can see what Rajini felt about Lokesh in the audio launch itself, where he jokingly gave all the criticisms. But now that the moment has arrived, so Lokesh, last minute Lokesh got removed, and out of the blue came Nelson. What he used to do is basically, he was very influenced by the US TV series Breaking Bad, about a chemistry teacher who became a drug dealer, and what he used to do was basically rehash that story into Tamil or Kollywood kind of a thing, and he made good profit and fame and everything from that. But his unique touch was that he had a bit of the dry humor to the proceedings, and you can see that in the film Doctor, and audience really needed that, because movies were going hyper violent, hyper drugs, and as it is, you can see some of the fans of who attend Vijay's political rallies and all, people are, young people are getting drunk, unemployed, a lot of social ills. They're attacking laborers from the north who come to do honest day's work and all that. And with that kind of a thing, to produce more violent gangster movies, I think is they don't gonna feel good at their legacy looking at it. So both are turned away from Lokesh Kanagaraj, Rajini and Kamal. They decided to join hands together with Nelson. And it's a bit surprising that I thought that they would see the success of Jailer 2 first before jumping in, but maybe his story, whether it was lifted from Hollywood movie or what, the public doesn't really care, as long as they can do something entertaining. People are so starved for entertainment that especially since Hollywood films 90% are copied anyway, nobody's even expecting original. But they say, at the least, for the ticket price I'm paying, for all the traffic jam I endure, for paying or parking, please at least give a nice entertainer. And this is very much an entertainer movie, in the concept of philosophy of love, make love not war, right? So Lokesh was doing war kind of films, fighting kind of films for the past few years, and finally Nelson is saying, come on, have some laughter, have some love in life, let's all laugh a bit, and everybody I think really welcomes that. We need some lightness in our life. Real life, as it is, very hard. We want our entertainment to be entertaining with good music, nice laughter, maybe a bit of action, but nothing very gross. And so based on the clips that we all saw, I think all of us were reasonably entertained, and we feel there is a promise that the film could turn out good. And also, when they do some de-aging, I'm sure there will be a small flashback with the heroes in their young age and all. We'll really enjoy that. And so best wishes to the team. I hope in their rush they don't compromise the quality. Nelson should take his time to properly complete Jailer 2 and release it, and then take his time to do a good craft a good film with Rajini and Kamal. This is one of those rare things nobody really thought. In fact, when Rajini became unwell, when Kochar, what is it, Rana film was being shooting with Deepika Padukone, we thought he will retire, but he went on to do Shankar films and came a real second batting. He came round. So we all wish the best for two of our biggest Hollywood stars. What do you all think? Share in the comment section. Bye bye.